guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you guys can see me that well because I don't know, my camera's like positioned weirdly, but we're back with another video. As you guys see, I've been kind of gone for a while, and it's been because I've had a lot of things going on, whether in my personal life and at work and all that kind of stuff. And so it's been kind of hard to find like the right moment to record, and I just really haven't been like in the mood lately. It's been too many things that's happened, and it's just hard for me to do a video. But I decided to do a video today because I have nothing to do, and for some reason I was just like, you know what, let's just do this video, right? So I've been trying to do the whole eyebrow tutorial for months, and I actually recorded this video about 3 times, I believe, and I never liked the way it turned out. It was just, I don't know, there was something about it that it just didn't seem like it was good. You know, I want to explain everything step by step, especially right now because my whole routine has changed since when I first did my first video, if you guys saw that one. So yeah, let's get started. Also, don't come at me if I'm looking hella ugly. Like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing this video, but you know what, I was like, fuck it. And let me know if you guys can hear me, because I got this little microphone thingy, but I'm not sure if it works that well. We're using it for today, you know. Also, this damn aire is like hitting my face right now, and my hair's like everywhere. My lighting is gonna be a little bit weird just because right now I did not place my ring light. I was like, you know what, let's work with natural lighting. And right now it's like, I think like 4, so it's like the sun leaves and comes and goes, and then it's supposed to rain, so I think that's another thing because of the clouds. So the first thing I do when I start my eyebrows, damn it, I really lost my freaking little espejito. We had planned, oops, can you guys hear me? We had planned to go to you know, to a park just to go walk and stuff and take a couple pictures, and then all of a sudden it started raining. My allergy starting to act up all crazy. I was over here freaking sneezing and sneezing. I have people over here looking at me like, oh gosh, she got that Rona. But yeah. Okay, so basically what I do when I start my eyebrows, the first thing I do when I start my eyebrows is I'm gonna have to turn this thing on. Okay, yeah, the first thing I do when I start my eyebrows is brush them. So because we want them to be placed right, and then this way you could tell whether you need to plug them out. That way when we start doing our eyebrows, they will look a little bit more nicer, more crisp. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Yeah, I look ugly, I don't care. And the reason I say that my brow routine has changed dramatically is because back then there's some products that I wouldn't use and that I now use. For example, back then the way I would start is I would prep my brows by putting setting powder, because that way they will look they wouldn't be as oily, so whenever you would take a picture it'd be like, oh okay, well your brows show. Because when you have oily brows, sorry if the camera moves too much, when you have oily brows, what happens is when you take a picture and you take it with like a flash, your brows are gonna be gone. Like, you won't, it's going to look like you have no brows. But now, since I changed my whole routine, now I don't really set them. What I do is I start with my pomade. That's a brow pomade I use, and the shade that this one is in Auburn. I will show you the back, but it looks crusty because I've used it so many times. So basically I grab my pomade and I get my brush. That's the type of brush that I use. The end is so nice and sharp, so you know that you're gonna get the right places, and it's easier to do that like feathery effect. This brush, I actually got it as a gift from my aunt, and I've been in love with it ever since. And I'm not sure where she got it, but definitely going to have to ask her. It's my favorite brush. So we grab a little bit of our eyebrow pomade. Another quick tip that I want to give you guys is, if you guys use eyebrow pomade, you notice how I do this. Like, I take it little by little from one side. Don't just dab your eyebrow pomade all over, because that basically what it will do is it will make your brow pomade get super dry, and this method actually helps. So my pomade is not dry, and it's the same way as when I bought it. This is basically for brow pomade. So if you do have a brow pomade, or you work with the same one that I have, start from one section and, you know, just grab from that side. We're gonna grab our eyebrow pomade. Just dip, like I said. This is gonna be hard because I don't have my little mirror. So we brush our brows, and then we start at the bottom. But notice I start almost halfway. So we create the arc that we want. And then we go a little bit over the front, but we don't go all the way. Stop right here. And then after that, we brush it again. You brush your brows down, and we start doing the top. So this is, I know I got a pimple. I started breaking like a few weeks ago. I'm not sure why. Well, I haven't been really eating healthy. I had a lot of stuff going on. It's been kind of hectic. So then we brush our brows. Personally, I don't like my brows to be super dark. Don't get me wrong, I like how they look on other girls because they look really nice and crisp and everything, especially when they do the whole, you know, those videos where they have the dark brows and they conceal their brows and it looks so amazing, and I'm like, oh my god. But for me, even though I do have black hair, I don't know, I'm not feeling it, you know, like, I'm like, they're nice, but not my type, you know, not for me. Okay, so now what I'm doing is filling in the brow, and I start with the tail first, and then as we fill, we brush, you know, because that kind of gives it a, like, this way you know that you're having pomade all over the brow and you won't get any gaps. So we fill and brush. And then when you get close to this part right here, when you have like almost nothing on your brush, we won't put anything here, but what we're going to do is just brush right here. And that's kind of going to bring some you know, some of that pomade, but it won't look as dark. And then we take a clean spoolie, and we'll use that in front of the brow, kind of to create that faded effect that we want. You see how that changed our brow? So now that our brow is done, well, basically us, you know, creating the shape and everything. So this is my NYX tinted mascara, which I am absolutely in love with. You can use a darker shade. Right now I have a light shade. I believe this is in the shade chocolate, so you guys could use a darker shade if you want it for like the tail of your brow. I use this for the front, but I also go all the way at the end, because like I said, I don't like my brows to be that dark. So basically we just put mascara all over our brow. After we put that tinted brow mascara from NYX, we use our brow wax from Elf Cosmetics. So I start from the front. It's gonna look really like weird because it's gonna look like, oh my god, you're putting glue. It's not glue, it's literally wax, and you put it all over your brow, and it doesn't stay like this, you know. It actually your brows do go back up, except they do stay exactly like in place where you put it. So this is what we do. And you guys have no idea how many times I tried to record this darn video. I don't don't know, it would always come out weird, like, because I'm really bad at speaking. Like, I'm always mixing my Spanish words with my English words. It's like really bad. So it was hard, and I didn't want to make a video where it's like, you know, like every other type of video, they basically tell you, you do this, you line up your brow, the top of your brow, the bottom of your brow. I want to give you guys like advice on what you could do for your brow pomade to not get dry, you know, what type of products you could use that aren't that expensive and are really good. Our concealer, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige, and I'm sure a lot of you girls have seen it. It's been everywhere. This is literally the best concealer. When it comes to putting it on your lid, you know, for eyeshadows and stuff, but if you want to use it like for contouring and highlighting, it is good, but it's really hard to work with just because it does dry up really quickly. My flat brush is what I use to conceal my brows. I take the concealer from the wand, so like this. Okay, so we take our concealer and we start concealing the bottom of our brow. You don't get too close until like, this is the brush that I use to basically blend all that concealer and bring that concealer down. This one is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. We're gonna use this lighter, more creamier type of concealer because this one doesn't dry up that fast. Let me know if you have any other questions or if there's anything else you guys want me to do or try. But yeah, this is it.